Hey guys, so I just want to do a quick commentary on the recaps on the trades that I took today. So I'll be going through this pretty quickly on why I took certain trades that I took today. So today total I took 3 trades. So basically coming into the market, I saw that it is the range day, so it's bouncing back and forth into a certain area. It is trending up on this area here. So I was paying attention to see if there's any rejections. I also did a measure move here to see like where would I expect the price to stop, and at the same time I did another one just to confirm that, and it both end up around the same area, which I saw it happen here. So I had this trend going up. It overshot a little bit. It came down and then it tried to push up one more time, and it's causing some resistance. So um, I kind of find it that it turned down once here, twice, and then this is the third time. So I wanted to do a quick scalp for 1 point before the market opens. So I'm going to play through really quickly here. So as I saw the candle forming, I wanted it to tick down a little bit more so that it's it's sort of good. I entered there thinking that it would kind of flush down once it ticks down. So so at first, what I thought was it would obviously my runner that I want to put is gonna go down to the range. But after thinking about it a little bit more, I decided just to go for a scalp due to the fact that market's opening and typically there's more volatile stuff. It can bring it down, but I'd rather take the safer bet. So I'm just actually sitting through it, waiting for it to this bar to finish, right? Depending on how the bar finishes, I might, even I was thinking of even shifting it to break even if, let's say, this bar ends up being bullish. Right? So I would just rather get a break even. So I was just waiting for it to complete. I believe this trade took a little while because it's pre-market. So this was like, I believe 2 minutes before market open or so, or a few minutes before market open. So it was grinding quite slowly. So I'll just fast forward that perhaps a little bit, but I don't want to miss any commentary that I don't do. So at this point, basically, I decided that I'm not going to go for the runner anymore. So I just want to go for the 1 point. And then seeing it's sort of rejecting a little bit. The reason being is because probably this trend line here, other people are seeing it too. So there are some buying happening here. So then that's why this is sort of like a key support area. But what takes precedent is the range itself. So I like the range coming down. So I believe if I fast forward a little bit here, it started coming down. Most people's stop loss will most likely be 1 tick under here if they're going long. So if this point breaks, it should flush down. So I'm just trying to find the spot where it does do that. And then I actually pressed on my thing. I was thinking because right now market is about to open. Anything can technically happen. It can just really quickly shoot up to hit my stop loss and then come back down. But there is some time, and I do see that it is breaking down a little bit here. As you can see, this key support is holding a little bit. But once it breaks, it should make a sort of a quick move for me to get out with at 1 point. So I decided to keep my 1 point before the market opens, and I was able to get out after this break. Yeah, so it shot down and I got out. So that was 1 point, $100 profit for that one. And then we're gonna find the next trade here. Um, Not too sure when did it. Anyway, okay. This is my next trade. All right, so this next trade here, I decided to. This is only really a fail breakout. So I put my sell stop here. I was getting ready to see any rejection type of bars that I see, so that I would get in right away for a quick shot down. So this one here with the range itself, basically this trend line broke and it retested a new high already. Because of the big range, I am suspecting that this is a failed breakout. So I'm waiting for a failed breakout, but this is really not a good signal bar for me to enter in. So I decided to wait, and essentially I got my order ready. Um, and then it did finish forming with a bearish bar, which I like. And then I put a limit order back in. Hopefully, it comes back to fill me at a place where I would have entered. I put my stop loss one tick above the key bar. And this one I was just looking for 1 point really. So that happened pretty quickly, and I was able to get that 1 point. But if I were to fast forward a little bit here, I believe it came down a little bit more. Sorry, I was about to. This one here, I was looking for a second entry long trap, right? But um, I really wanted it to like flush down from this bar here, and it seems to be holding, so I kind of canceled that order. The next trade didn't come in until a little while. Um, and there was one trade I want to mention that I wanted to sort of take but didn't. So this one here, I didn't draw this trend line yet, but there is a clear trend line. There is a huge rejection bar, but I kind of thought that this is sort of like a mini range, right? So what I thought was that it would maybe shoot back up here. So I was hesitant on this trade, but this would have been a good second entry short here. And then I waited till basically, I think around here. Yeah. Um, So this one's an interesting one. Obviously, I drew this trend line, which might or might not be in play, right? I just kind of drew it in. There was a suspicion that this is a basically a second entry short. Um, as you can see, it's a one leg, two leg down, and then you go short here. It's a really good bearish bar, but what kind of stopped me from it is that this move up seems more like a one move, so like a one leg. So the momentum's there for those. So my suspicion was that it might be trapping people that thinks that it would go back down to this range here. And then, so I didn't want to take the short, although there's a high possibility that it would have worked, and then I would be fine missing it because I'd rather be, I'd rather miss a trade than be wrong on a trade. So basically, this trade I saw is a one leg, two leg trap, and then basically bouncing off the EMA as a support and trapping the people that wants to go short. So I'll fast forward a little bit on when I took the trade. I'm I'm quite hesitant when it comes to trades, the traps that are not completed on the first bar, just because the next bar can form a lower high and then you're wrong from the start. But because this bar formed with such a good reversal bar with no stem from the top, I liked it, so I decided to, it was worth the risk. So I waited till it finished. It finished very bullish, so I decided to enter. At first, I was thinking, okay, maybe now it's not flushing through. So my suspicion was that most people probably have their stop loss here still, and then this was sort of creating a low high. You'll see that I moved my stop loss down a little lower here. The reason why being is that if I were to count people that entered here, this would have been, I believe, 53.50, and uh, in order for them to get 1 point safely, they'll need to get it down to 34.52.25. So I decided that, if I'm wrong, then that's when they decide to sort of take the profit. So this is when I'm absolutely wrong. So that's why I moved my sell stop a little bit lower, although it would still work if I kept it at original. But I felt that this is when I'm absolutely wrong. So that's why I put my stop loss there. And then basically this one here, you have to wait a little bit for it to finish, right? You know, everyone is expecting it to go back down to the range. But once this level broke, most people are sort of adjusting their stop loss. People see that, probably their stop loss here. So once it flushes out, it flushes. So I got the 1 point right away. But the reason why I kind of want to look for a quick profit for only a 1 point on my second runner is because this short-term trend line, this is a retest, and plus there was some key support area here. So I decided that once it kind of shot through this area, I'm gonna just take that 1 point, which I did. So I got total of 2 points for two contracts in this one, right? So $100. So I ended the day with a $300 profit. So that was my recap for the day for the trades. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys tomorrow.